What is up? Good morning, everybody. I'd like to wish you a very good day ahead. It's your boy Lance back at again, gonna do One Punch Man, the strongest video. So, I've been receiving a lot of emergency requests from the lovely Vietnam peeps saying that they need a guide for washing buff gears. Well, I already have a guide up, but it's severely outdated, honestly. So I decided to redo it and bring you a different guide. So this is the new and updated buff gear guide. If you prefer the previous guide, I might or might not keep it for longer. So if you want to have it, please download it. I'll give you guys maybe a week or 2 weeks before I take it down, because I want to keep only the updated information on my channel. That's how it is, guys. Now before we begin, I'd just like to remind you to drop a like, share and subscribe. If you don't want to do it, it's fine, honestly. But I do appreciate your help and your support. It really means a lot. Even by subscribing, I'm already very overjoyed with your decision. Nevertheless, if you feel like you don't want to watch my content anymore, feel free to unsubscribe. But do let me know when you're unsubscribing so I can give you a farewell, because I appreciate each and every one of you. Now, let's begin. So, as you can see, this is a buff gear drop rate guide. So, some of you might be thinking, Lance, number one, your bloody camera is blocking it. Don't worry, guys. The unblocked version will be in my Discord server. So, with this guide, you can more or less see where the buff gear drops are. But if you have a hard time telling the levels, for levels 10 to 12, it's level 90. And for levels 13 to 15, it's level 100. So you can see the buff gear rarity drop per stage. So green is from the first stage all the way to the 15th stage. Blue starts at stage 2. Purple starts at stage 6. And oranges start at stage 10. But if you want to know the gear drop also, green and blues from stage 1, purple from stage 2, and orange from stage 7. So
wait a minute!
If the buff gears only drop at stage 10 and I can't reach stage 10, should I be farming buff gears?
Nope.
By right, personally, I would recommend you don't farm buff gears until you reach level 15. Now, why? Because in the early phase, you're going to have lower talent levels, so it's going to take longer for you to farm talents. But the stat bonus from talents is much more efficient as compared to the buff gears. Now, I'm not saying not to get any buff gears. You can farm buff gear maybe once or twice a week. I usually recommend on Sky King days, which is on Tuesday and Friday. Oh, what? Hey, this wasn't done in post-production, okay, guys? This was done during the video. But it is not a priority for you to farm it, because the drop rates for floor 10 to 12, because you're always aiming for oranges, guys. And the best way to get orange is to go to floor 15. So floor 10 to 12, you have a flat drop rate, which is quite bad. And floor 15 has the highest percentage drop rate. So you want to aim for it before you even think about consistently farming buff gears. So if you're doing it twice a week, which is on DSK days, then I think it's fine. But if you plan to do more, you gotta wait for level 15, in my honest opinion. Now, we're going to the reset values. So you might be wondering, why are there different colors? So yellows is basically what I would say is a danger zone when you have low diamonds. So this is a high risk, you don't want to take it. And the red is basically a danger zone for whatever diamond level you have. So this is not something which you should be doing regularly back to back. You should be taking the utmost care in avoiding the situation as possible. So I'm going to turn off my webcam really quickly so you can read this slide, and then I'm going to turn it back on, guys. King, boom, Lance is back. So some of you must be asking, what is the multi-wash method? I've never heard of this before. Well, this is a terminology that actually exists for a very long time in this. I did not coin it. I'm just giving it a name, so to speak. There was no name for it. But basically what you do is you collect multiple amounts of the same copy of buff gear. Okay, let's say I want to wash something for ATT. Okay, I'm sure a lot of you will know what ATT is. All you ATT sims, nice try. I'm a Fubuki sim. But anyway, you segregate it to the faction. So you just make sure you click the tick for faction, and then you can see attack, attack, attack. So you select the necessary stat which you want on ATT. So let's say since it's ATT, I want attack. So you click attack and you wash the first stat. So first stat is HP. So not really ideal for an ATT. You naturally want an attack or attack bonus, and then you wash the first stat of another buff gear. So we got an attack here. So very nice. So then you keep washing and washing until you get something which you find that is satisfying for you. So personally, I will try to wash 3 of the same interesting stats. So let's say I want to get attack, I'll get 3 of them with attack, and then I'll do the second wash. So the second wash is you wash halfway and then you open the second stat, and then you open the third stat. So once you get a third stat, you can already gauge whether the buff gear will be good for you or not. If you don't think it's good, you can continue washing it. If you don't think it's good, you can wash a different buff gear and then try to get something else. So this one, the second wash is defense bonus. So I'm already having bad vibes with it, and we get a reduced defense. So we move on to the next one. So until you get a buff gear stat which you find is suitable enough for a lock. So let's say this one, I want to lock the attack bonus and the attack. So you just click the locks like that. That's how you lock it. So these stats will not be removed when you wash it. So it's very good that you have some locks stacked up so that you are able to wash consistently. So some of you guys might actually see a sample stat such as this. So this is an example of a lock stat. So a lock stat is a stat that cannot be removed. No matter how much you want to put bleach, you want to wipe it, all cannot. So usually lock stats are quite hard to come by, and good lock stats are even harder to come by. So if you get a lock stat that is a bonus, so HP bonus, attack bonus, speed bonus, do keep it. Regardless of the stat, you will be able to use it quite well. So now remember, I was talking about augments. So augments are basically a additional stat per se, but they have specific effects. So there are multitude types of augment. I will list the full amount of augments on the screen right now. And now coming back, so how do you get augments? Well, easiest way is to buy it, unfortunately. But you can also wash it, and you know your friend who flexes all the time, ha ha ha, you see I washed this augment so and so and so, and you don't have it, I have insane luck, ha ha ha. So you see how the augment over here is glowing yellow color, the text. If the text is black, that's a washed augment, and if it's yellow like this, it's a purchased one. So if you see this yellow color text, you can shit on your friend, he's a liar, but don't quite me on that. And you might be thinking, wait a minute, when should I purchase locks, or when should I wash, because I want those augments, man. But what, I want to keep my better stats too, so when do I wash and lock? And well, here's the answer to your question: purchasing locks. So when you have extra diamonds, then you purchase locks, because they are quite expensive. They cost 1k diamonds, and you purchase it once a week. So overall it balances out a little bit, but you can get locks from other sources as well, and you don't really need to wash too often once you have a foundation set of decent buff gears. Because if you're a spender in my scale, you won't be having like 10 or 11 units to actually have strong investments in. So having a decent enough buff gear for as a substitute for your replaceable units is good enough. So same as washing, only do after purchasing all necessities. So after you purchase your BTN keepsake ticks, and since locks are obtainable as well, as I said, it's not a priority to get often, but if you need it, get it. Because you only get 5 a week, you have to get one more from either the Whack-A-Mole event or the Apex Martial Dojo, where you can get, if I'm not mistaken, 3 every 2 weeks. so it's not too bad. Now back to the game. So I'm going to show you a clip of my recent washing experience, and I'm sure all of you can relate to this. Emotional damage! So, did you enjoy that? I know you did. I didn't. And poor Fearless didn't deserve that at all. But I can show you the significance of a properly washed buff gear. So take my Hellfire here. So without the Star Ascension cards and without the buff gear, let's see. So it's from 9.1 to 7.4 million HP, guys. That is a huge gap. And the 30% HP and on top of the extra HP bonus from the buff gear actually means a lot. So we remove something that's a little bit less HP bonusy. So let's see a demon level badge. So 9.16 and then it's 7.79. So it does have a significant impact as well, guys. So properly washed stats do make the difference. And each and every character requires different stats and different priority stats. So if you want to know more about the character and about their stats, tune into my videos, guys. I'm sorry that this video was a little bit too long. I tried to condense it as much as I could while inserting some memes. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have stayed for the long run, and I hope you guys are prepared for whatever the developers have to throw at us moving forward. It's a really scary thought to have double banners next month, but I hope you guys are ready. As I said, I am well prepared after skipping 3 months of units, and I hope that those who follow my content through and through are prepared as well. I wish you all the best, and we have some announcements in regards to account reconstructions. Should I announce it now? Nah, I'll announce it tonight on my stream. So I'll see you guys there. Peace. Physical damage!